Welcome to Get Real with Eddie, where we delve deep into the world of real estate with your host, the designated managing broker of Exit Real Estate Specialist, Eddie Ruettiger.
And welcome to Get Real with Eddie. Here in studio with me is none other than Nancy Vallee from Exit Real Estate Specialist. Nancy, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I am doing good. I'm good. It's been a bit, like, this whole month has just been so busy.
Hasn't it?
And not just in the fact that we opened a new office and we were moving and grooving, but clients are coming out of the woodwork for me like crazy.
Yeah, my clients are like waking up too. Everybody's just like, whoo, here we go.
It's insane. So, and here's what I noticed, and I want to get into today's show is about, I think, really about this. It seems like the affordability factor is improving, just not in the way people think. And I think we're gonna talk about that in real detail today, because I think it is starting to get a little bit more affordable. Not huge.
No, we're making moves, so.
But there's moves being made, and things are getting a little bit more easier, and in time, it's going to be just, I think, amazing. So, realistically, now's your time to, I think, buy a house in the next 6 months, because I think your best deal is going to be in the next 6 months.
I would agree with that.
So let's get into it. First off, starting with the affordability is starting to improve. The Lawrence Yuen, chief economist at the National Association of Realtors, says housing affordability is improving ever so modestly, but it is moving in the right direction. And that is true. We have seen some moves. The biggest moves are in the mortgage rates.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, which is real sweet. Can you clue me in there?
We're not sharing?
No.
All right, hold on a second.
Share with me, please.
There we go. Now you can see the article.
Almost. Now it's just Eddie Ruettiger. Oh, there it is.
Well, that's better than just Eddie Ruettiger, that's for sure. All right, so the mortgage rates have been volatile this year, and we've seen as high as 8% in some rates, but we're down into the low 7s to mid 6s.
Yeah, I saw Lawrence Yuen this morning. His post on LinkedIn was talking about current interest rates at 6.47.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, yes.
We are under that 6.5 amount,
yes.
And we're starting to see those rates and those things.
And my buyers are coming back.
Yep.
Yep, my buyers are all calling now and interested in looking. So, yep.
The second thing is the home prices. They're still going up, but they're not going up as fast.
Yes. I'm seeing them moderate.
Yeah.
I guess would be the word for it. They're going up, but like you said, not hair on fire fast.
So Odetta Cushi, a deputy chief economist at First American, says, while housing affordability is low for potential first-time home buyers, slowing price appreciation and lower mortgage rates could help. So the dream of home ownership isn't boarded up yet. Just yet. Boarded up. That was just weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird how she said it, but
yeah,
bottom line, the slower appreciation in the mortgage rates are helping those first-time buyers, but they're helping everybody. They're helping everybody. Because affordability, even if it was a downsize.
Yeah, I want to dive into the rates a little bit more and talk about the rates in a second. But the other aspect, and this goes to the three-legged stool, and not all the legs are equal. The pricing is the least important leg, in my view. The two most important are the interest rates and the wages. And
wages are a big deal.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics is showing that we've had an increase in wages over time. So charting from 2006 all the way to 2024, there has been an uptick in wages, and we are actually going up in wages at a higher rate on the index trend line. So we're seeing an increase in wages above the index trend line.
Yeah, it crossed over in mid-2021. That midline, it crossed over, and now we are accelerating at a faster rate.
Which that is key. That's, I think, key to keeping up with inflation. That's key to keeping up with everything going on. So if we can get the inflation in control, and the inflation number came out last week at 2.2. So I was really happy to see a 2.2 number. We are almost at that 2%.
Yeah.
And with that as a 2.2 that came out, this could be a big sign for the Fed to maybe cut the borrowing rate for the banks. And,
yes.
and there's so many things tied to that rate that could help mortgage rates initially. So that's why I'm saying the next 6 months would be a great time to buy, because you're going to beat the price. You might not get the perfect interest rate, but odds are you're going to be able to refinance in the next 18 to 24 months and get an even better rate. And if
Absolutely.
you don't, you still look like an all-star for getting today's rate.
Yes, and we're at that juncture where the competition isn't quite as heavy as if and when interest rates come down a little more aggressively. You're going to see a lot more buyers on the market. You're going to see that competition come back. Maybe not such gentle rise in price. It may start to come back a little hard. So now's the time. Now's the time to buy.
And looking at the rates a little bit more in depth. So back in early May, we were at 7.52.
Yeah, ouch.
And now we're just around 6.47 to 6.5.
Yeah.
So
a full point.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
1 full point drop in these rates, I think, is huge.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I really think that it makes a huge difference when you're talking price and you're talking opportunity to buy and invest. Greg McBride, chief financial analyst at Bankrate, says the hopes for lower interest rates need the reality check that lower doesn't mean where you're going back to 3% mortgage rates. The best we may be able to hope for over the next year is 5.5 to 6.
Can I tell you how happy I would be with that? 5.5 to 6.
I think 5.5.
I'd be jumping up and down for 5.5.
I think we get under 6, you're going to see this market go on fire.
You might see me do a cartwheel. Okay, you might just see me do a cartwheel for 5.5. Well, I don't know. I don't know. You may not want to see.
When was the last time you did a cartwheel?
Probably the 80s. Just saying.
I think I did a cartwheel a couple years ago. The kid challenged me to do it. I can say this much.
I done a cartwheel in the 80s.
That was a bad idea.
That's why I kind of took that back.
Body is not designed to be upside down anymore. It just does not do well upside down. So, yeah, I think 5.5. If we get under 6, it doesn't matter. We get down to 5.5. We get under 6. And that's the point. If you buy now at 6.5, and the rates drop to 6 or under 6, that's a 0.5 point. That's a big enough drop to justify a refinance.
Yep.
So buy at today's prices instead of waiting to see when or if we get down to
that 5.5
or under 6.
Yeah. Because everybody else is waiting too. I mean, and that's what I guess people don't understand is that you're thinking you're waiting to see. Well, there's a lot of other people waiting to see. So here you go with that competition, and it just starts that gerbil wheel again. The old hamster wheel running, showing to showing, and getting that offer in, and, yeah, now's the time. And there's a lot more on the market to look at now, too.
Well, yeah, that's a big aspect, is the number of properties are starting to increase on the market supply.
Yeah.
You're seeing a lot of people putting their houses up on the market. We haven't seen market time drop, though. I mean, I'm seeing it nationally. They're talking 3 months nationally.
I'm still not seeing it around here.
But around here,
the good price, if it's priced well and it's a nice house,
15 to 30 days.
It's going. Yeah. Yeah. It's
15 to 30 days.
It's under contract quick.
So
that's why pricing is so important.
Yeah, I agree. I think the pricing extremely important when it comes to making these decisions and choices in getting your house sold. So the relationship between the rates and the demand, and this is why everybody thought the market was going to crash, is because the demand went down because the rates went up, but the problem was the supply went down more. So that's why the prices didn't crash. Bankrate said in a recent article, if you're ready to buy, now might be the time to strike. Home prices have been rising primarily because of a long-standing shortage of homes for sale. That's unlikely to change. And if mortgage rates do fall below 6%, it's possible buyers would enter the market en masse fury, pushing prices and restricting, resurrecting. I'm getting tongue-tied this morning. I really didn't get my...
One more cup of coffee.
See, no coffee. You know that.
This is the problem. You need coffee.
I do not need coffee. Coffee is disgusting.
No, it's a beautiful thing.
Resurrecting bidding wars.
Coffee.
To finish the sentence. We'll have another discussion on the coffee thing. That stuff is just gross.
It is.
Oh.
Nectar of the gods.
Anyways. So, yeah, I do see bidding wars coming back. If we get interest rates below 6, because I don't see anybody thinking this is going to last forever. And I don't see anybody sitting there going, yeah, it's gonna go lower. If you think it's gonna go lower than 5.5, I'm sorry, I don't know why you think this.
Yeah, there's no reason to think that.
The only reason rates were at 5 prior to the COVID. The only reason they dropped the rate was to stimulate borrowing for businesses to survive during COVID. It wasn't just for the housing industry, took a huge advantage of that fact, but it wasn't done for the housing industry.
No. Well, and we still have a shortage of homes. Don't forget. I mean, things are loosening up. People are starting to move a little bit more, and you may see a little bit even more of that, but it's by no means, we have a housing shortage. It's by no means a housing tsunami onto the market.
Last week I was working on a deal, and I'm not getting into too much of it, but we were that close to getting them to accept a contingent on sale. They ended up not. But, I mean, we start getting back into contingent on sales and contingent on closes, you know this market's finally normalized. This whole, I think part of the fact that we're not accepting contingent on sales and we're not stacking closings, and I know that's scary for buyers and sellers, but we've done it. We've done it for years.
I've had 3-4 closings stacked. It's fun.
I was number 11 in a 17 dominoes. That was the biggest one I ever had.
Wow.
It was not uncommon to be like, you know, in a 6 or 7 scenario. But that's part of the problem, is because we're not doing these contingent on sales and contingent on closes. There's no inventory because no one's like, well, I can't get a house, so I'm not putting my house up for sale. If people would accept it, then, well, guess what? Okay, I'm buying this house. That means my house is coming up for sale. And you start this pattern.
Yeah, and there's no reason why not to
accept.
Not in this market, because people need housing. So you're not going to be, it's not as big a risk as it was maybe in 08 or 09.
Well, yeah, in 08 or 09, I'm going to take your house contingent on sale. Okay, well, that's great, but it might take you 2 years to sell your house.
Right.
It's taking 15 days in our market. Nationally, 90 days.
Yeah.
I mean, those are scenarios for contingent on sale and contingent on closes. There's no reason why not. I'm going to get off my soapbox now.
Okay.
So, so getting into that whole aspect of more houses for sale. Are there more houses for sale where you live? Recent data from Realtor.com shows that there are 36.6% more homes actively for sale now compared to the same time last year. That's a significant improvement and gives you far more options for moving than you would have had just a year ago. And the supply improving also gives you a little bit more negotiating power. So Lawrence Yun, chief economist at the National Association, says increasing housing supply spells good news for consumers who want to see more properties before making a purchase decision. So I'm not seeing 36% increase in our market.
No.
I mean...
No. But I'm seeing a little heavier trickle.
Maybe on the new listings. We're just seeing the new listings get picked off so fast. We'll have to look at it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see...
What do you want to look at this week?
Yeah.
I had to pick a town.
Well...
You think about that. I'm going to read what Bill McBride, housing analyst for Calculated Risk, explains. Currently, inventory is increasing year over year, but it's still well below pre-pandemic levels. That is the key. Mm-hmm. We are still below the pre-pandemic levels. We are not back to a 2019 market. And that is the only market you can compare us to is 2019 to get a fair analysis.
Yeah, agree.
So here's the inventory is up in most of the South and the West. Regional inventory change percent year over year. Okay, so we're up in the United States. Let's see. 36.6% year over year. Okay, we are
since the pandemic.
Since the pandemic.
Yes.
All right. So pre-pandemic was 27, or from 2017 to 2019 is what they're using for pre-pandemic. So in the Midwest, we're up 22.7. That could be possible. I think we might be up 22%.
Since, yeah, maybe. That
so,
seems, well, all of the
Northeast
Midwest
is up only 14.7. The South is up 47.6. And the West is up 35.4. So you are seeing increases in all areas. Just not seeing, I don't know, we'll have to look.
And
look at Joliet.
Those numbers are really interesting too. I was reading an article this morning about Florida having more home sales than California on the regular. They really drive market numbers overall, which I found fascinating.
I saw an article last week.
Realize it was that heavy.
Oh yeah, I saw an article last week too that Florida is on the rise again, and the median income level moving into Florida is $900,000. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So the median, I think that's what they said. I could be wrong. I only caught it on the news for a flash.
Yeah.
So I'm
interested in doing a little more.
Yeah.
Looking at that.
Yeah, because that's a huge for what's moving in. So, all right, what do you want to look at? Do we look at Joliet? I think we look at Joliet because that's going to give us.
Yeah, we haven't looked Joliet in a while.
All right,
let's look at Joliet.
I want to look at, right out of the bat, for Joliet.
New listings.
And see, there we go. We're still looking at July numbers for Joliet. The new listings for July was down 4.9%.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not seeing an increase in inventory.
Well, this is July numbers.
Yes.
I want to see...
Yeah, we don't have the.
No, this. Yeah, do we have?
No,
August?
This is July.
I was going to say
we're in August.
We're in August.
So these are the newer numbers.
Are these the new numbers?
Yeah, these are new numbers as of July. So, July median sales price was $255,000. That's up 8.5% from last year.
Yeah.
So the original list price received was $259,900. That's up 4.6%. Market time in Joliet is still moving down. It's 31 days, 16.2% down from last year, where it was 37 days. That's on the average. On the median, it's 11 days, down 21.4% from last year, where it was 14 days. So
again,
odds are
tighter inventory.
Yeah,
things are moving.
So percent of original or percent of last list price, they're getting 100%. Percent of original list price, they're getting 100%. Average is actually 100.2. So we're not seeing any price drops really, and the average on the last list price was 101. So, and that means we're seeing offers over list price.
Yep. Which I would concur.
Median days for contract to close is 33. The listings to contract are 8 days on the median, and month supply in Joliet is down 7.7% to 1.2.
Yeah, 1.2.
You think it has to do with because Will County's job creation is really one of the leaders in the state?
Yeah.
So our area is really just that demanding?
Yeah, I would say Will County in general is just growing.
There's 137 houses for sale in
J-Town.
In Joliet, yeah.
Yep.
I was checking as my mind drifted.
Down 21.3%.
Yeah, I was looking to see what I had clicked here, and it is all property types. So this takes in condos, duplexes, townhouses, whatever, everything. Anything single family. Doesn't count anything that's a multi-unit. So if you have 2 units or more in a building, that's not counted in these numbers. So, but yeah, the new listings under contract. Now, under contract is down 10.4%. So you would think that would leave you a little bit of an inventory because you got a little bit coming on versus lesser going off. But
yeah, but the buyers are coming back to the table.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see a big dip.
It.
I think the August numbers and September numbers, you're going to see a big dip. Closed sales, 1,334 homes in July.
Yeah,
down. And that's down from last year by 13.1%.
Yeah.
So, showings to contract 16 days on the median, and showings per listing, they're getting 11.6% showings per listing. That's down 3.3%. So that's not really down that much and the showings to contract is up 6.7%. So it's showing you that the buyers are coming back to the market.
Buyers are back.
They're starting to come back. I wouldn't say they're back.
No.
I think they're starting to come back.
But they're kind of wiggling again, and interest rates are starting to come down, and maybe they got a raise this summer, and they're coming back.
All right, so let's flip the script after the break. Where are you going to go after you sell? Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from Exit Real Estate Specialists.
And Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Welcome to the Lions Club. Being a lion means knowing that kindness matters. We believe in changing the world by serving the needs of our local communities. More than 1.4 million lions around the world are responding to local and global challenges with kindness and care. Come volunteer with us. Your Lions journey starts here. The Crest Hill Lions Club invites you to reach out to your local Lions Club to learn more about how you can be a part of a community and bringing passionate, kind-hearted people together to serve local needs. They build relationships that lead to opportunities. In short, when Lions serve, life improves and the community grows. Grow with us. Go to lionsclub.org to start your journey today. That's lionsclub.org. And don't forget to save the date for the Lions annual Luau and Car Show, Sunday, September 1st from 12 p.m. till 10 p.m. at St. Joe's Park, 700 Theodore Street, Joliet. Car Show will run from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. in conjunction with annual community luau. $15 entry fee per vehicle. See you there.
Are you ready to make your next move in real estate? Look no further than Exit Real Estate Specialists, your innovative leader in the industry. At Exit, we're not just about transactions. We're about building relationships and fulfilling dreams. Step into a community of empathetic, well-trained professionals dedicated to your success. Our Exit Real Estate professionals are more than just agents. They're your trusted advisors and allies in the journey of buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Whether you're selling your home or searching for your next investment, trust Exit to provide an excellent experience from start to finish. Our commitment to putting people first means you receive personalized attention and support, ensuring your real estate goals are met with success. Call us today at 815-823-5478 or visit exitrealestatespecialist.com to learn more. Exit Real Estate Specialists, exceeding your expectations every step of the way.
Doing everything for you except the moving, and be glad. It's Get Real with Eddie.
Welcome back to Get Real with Eddie. All right, Nancy, where are you going to go if you sold your house?
Where would I go? Where would I like to go, or where would I really go?
I know where you'd go. You'd go out to Aurora to be closer to that grandbaby.
Yes. Yes, I would.
And you would be in Aurora tomorrow.
Or I would be, well, I'd be somewhere between Winfield and Aurora, because I got lots of babies around.
That's true. That's true. There's a lot of locations in that space.
Yeah.
And a lot of different areas. So
I would definitely be in that area, just a little bit north.
Would you build a new home?
Possibly. I have my eyeballs on a nice little neighborhood in Oswego I'm keeping an eye on.
So new construction is 1/3 of the market right now. And here are some of the perks if you were to build a new home. Having brand new everything. With never been used appliances and materials, you don't have to worry about repairs or things going wrong, most likely, unless you have a defect. But most of the time, everything is under warranty and taken care of for the first 12 months. And most appliances do last at least 10 years or so.
Yes.
So, new energy efficiency options to save money and leave a smaller footprint.
Yeah, you're getting all kinds of
LEDs.
the new LEDs and windows and all the latest and greatest.
The first thing I did was flip all of my light bulbs to LED bulbs when we moved into the house, and our electric bill dropped 20%.
Do you have a problem with yours blinking, your LEDs?
No, I have a problem with my... Oh, I do. In my... they're supposed to be the...
Yeah.
Dimmers?
Yeah. Ours do too.
They
kind of...
And they're supposed to last 5 years?
They don't.
No, I get maybe 6 months to a year out of them, and then they start flashing and blinking and...
being weird.
And being weird. And then we got to replace them. We got to replace them. And you have to get the dimmable bulb. I get the dimmable bulb.
Yeah, we do too.
And it's...
We still have problems, though.
Still having problems.
Yep.
I wonder if it has to do with the fact that I'm putting them into an older style socket, if you know what I mean, that were designed for more incandescent bulbs.
Yeah, and I asked John that, and I said, is it the mechanicals? He said, no. No, it's the same wiring. It's the same.
What I thought.
It's everything.
I don't know. I want to get an electrician out to the house because we want to get ceiling fans in.
Yeah.
And this just keeps getting pushed off. I might have a new electrician that finally could do it.
Yeah, because my guy is always booked.
Yeah. I think this guy's always booked too, but he's just really good. So right now they've got him coming. I got him going out to install a microwave on a new listing. So get that taken care of.
anyway,
minimize your need for repairs. Going back in a little bit past the appliances, but just the whole building itself is usually under a 12-month warranty.
Yeah, you've got a new roof, you've got new mechanicals, you've got new
furnace,
sump pump and furnace and
water heater,
all that stuff. It's all new.
So, and then last but not least is you can take some major advantages on concessions from builders. One of those being right now is builders offering really low interest rates.
Yeah, because they're buying down those rates.
Yeah, and you're seeing interest rates at 4.5%, maybe even lower with a builder.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ralph McLaughlin, senior economist at Realtor.com, shares homebuyers who are looking for that new home smell may be a relatively friendlier market than times past when new homes were considerably more expensive than used ones. And we've seen that trend in some of the national data where new houses are cheaper than pre-existing.
Yeah.
Now, you got to keep in consideration some of those new builds are smaller.
Yes.
So that's where they're getting it, but they're jam-packing them with technology and features.
Yes.
So, now, flip the script. The perks of an existing home. You're joining an established neighborhood. All right? So, sometimes when you move into new construction, you might be the only person on the street.
And there's a lot of construction going on.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of noise and dirt and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Dust, etc.
You get to choose from a wider variety of floor plans and styles. So you've got pretty much everything at your fingertips when it comes to different things. Prime example, we're not seeing tri-levels or quads being built like they did through the 70s, 80s, and the early 90s. They're just, it's either a ranch, which very few, or it's a two-story.
Yes.
So, and they're starting to get a little bit more aggressive with the ranches, but not where I think they need to be for the population.
Yeah, they need to really pour that on, but...
Yeah. Because we got even younger individuals. Everybody thinks, oh, it's a ranch house. That's something for someone that is upper in years. No, I've got millennials that would prefer a ranch than a two-story. Mm-hmm. They grew up with it. That's what they want. Whatever. Yeah. The lived-in charm that an older house can provide. You know, especially if you're looking at a property that is maybe 50, 60, 70 years old, you might have original hardwood floors. You might have, like my listing out in Ottawa, where they have cathedral glass in the property. Mm-hmm. You know, those features you don't find anymore.
Yeah, even some of the woodworking, once you start getting into 100-year-old houses, 80 or 100-year-old houses.
That 5-inch baseboard, 6-inch baseboard.
Yep.
Yeah. So you get to enjoy privacy in the curb appeal. Your landscaping is going to be fuller. Your trees are going to be a lot more mature,
you're going to have a lot more trees in the neighborhood, period. Yeah. Just in the parkways and everywhere.
One thing I love about our neighborhood is we've got like extra wider streets. Mm-hmm. And then they're just this canopy of trees that cover the streets.
Isn't it wonderful in the fall
to it is.
Go through that?
Yeah, it's really nice to drive down and, you take a moment. So when you're coming down the street, it's pretty amazing. Yeah. Lending Tree explains they can personalize it and possibly increase the potential resale value, which cosmetic upgrades, plus if a home comes with physical details or stories that add charm in some cases, these elements are attractive enough to add to a home's resale value. One of the big things I'm seeing out in Ottawa is there is a lot of stories that go with a lot of the properties out there. And people will refer to them as, this is the blank house, or that is the blank house, referring to the family that originally built the house or an influential family that may have lived there at some point.
Yeah.
So,
well, anytime you get older homes, like in Plainfield, like the downtown-ish area of Plainfield, where you've got all those older homes, and they have a lot of history.
A lot of history. Some of those towns in Plainfield were part of the underground.
Yes, they were. Underground Railroad.
Railroad, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know which ones. I've heard stories that it was one right there on Lockport Street, and where's the junior high at? Was that Eastern? I think
That's over Eastern.
Yeah.
There's one in that area. There was a couple other ones closer to downtown. They do tours every once in a while, and then you get your haunted houses, and you get your, it's interesting.
I don't care what people says. I've actually been in some of these houses that are haunted.
Oh, I grew up in a house in Plainfield that was haunted.
I
swear to you.
There was a...
People are going to think I'm totally crazy, but truth.
I had a client of mine, man's man, tattoos, Harley riding, biker.
Yeah.
We got to a house in Lockport. The wife stopped at the front door. She wouldn't go in. She goes, I'm not going in this house. And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm not. There's something in there. I'm not going in the house. I'm not. She would not go in.
That's interesting.
And it was a bungalow style. So you walk all the way from the front door, all the way to the back. The stairs were in the kitchen, and they come down, and then you walk all the way back to the front of the house and the basement. So it was very linear lineup.
Yeah. Almost like a shotgun house.
Kind of. And we get to the basement in the front, and all of a sudden I look back at him. He's like, I'm out of here, bye. And he's like stone white. I'm trying to lock the door. He's already across the street away from the house. And he goes, I don't care what anybody says. There's something in that house. And the wife's sitting there going, I told you.
Wow.
But you get that history. I know of a realtor that lived in a house that was next to a cemetery.
Yeah.
And it used to be a bordello.
Okay.
All right. And she would be watching TV and all this noise. She's the only one in the house.
Yeah.
Like there was a giant party going on. And she'd have to yell, shut up. And then it'd go quiet. And then all of a sudden the noise would start back up again slowly.
She'd have to yell shut up.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So it's entertaining. Hey, we have a new listing at 906 Hollyberry Drive in Joliet. This is a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. 906 Hollyberry Drive in Joliet is a thoughtful, updated 2-bedroom that originally featured 3 bedrooms but was remodeled by a previous homeowner to expand the living room space. The current homeowner has remodeled everything. This house is gorgeous. Wonderful layout. The home boasts fresh, modern, luxury vinyl flooring in the living room. Bedrooms are painted, remodeled, all new trim, newly remodeled bathroom. The kitchen has wainscoting and a vinyl flooring in there. There's remote controlled lights for the ceiling fans. Amazing property. So what else? There is a 3-car garage in the back. Vinyl fencing on the property. The air condition was new in 2022. Definitely want to check out this property at 906 Hollyberry Drive. Listing price is $240,000. Again, 906 Hollyberry Drive. Give me a call, 815-823-5478 to set up your appointment to see 906 Hollyberry Drive today. All right, we get back. I want to just talk about home inspections for sellers. Keep it here with Get Real with Eddie.
It's Eddie Ruettiger from Exit Real Estate Specialists.
And Get Real with Eddie. I want to bring to your attention the Herbert Trackman Planetarium at Joliet Junior College. My son loves this. They offer free shows on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. It's perfect for stargazers. The show provides excellent astronomical instruction and entertainment for no charge. That's right, it is free on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 p.m. The planetarium features a 30-foot diameter dome, a new OmniStar digital planetarium projector. During the shows, you can enjoy sky tours using the projector and PowerPoint presentations covering a wide range of astronomical topics. For more information, please visit jjc.edu/planetarium. And for you educators out there, they are open for field trip bookings. So go to jjc.edu/planetarium.
Welcome to the Lions Club. Being a lion means knowing that kindness matters. We believe in changing the world by serving the needs of our local communities. More than 1.4 million Lions around the world are responding to local and global challenges with kindness and care. Come volunteer with us. Your Lions journey starts here. The Crest Hill Lions Club invites you to reach out to your local Lions Club to learn more about how you can be a part of a community and bringing passionate, kind-hearted people together to serve local needs. They build relationships that lead to opportunities. In short, when Lions serve, life improves and the community grows. Grow with us. Go to lionsclub.org to start your journey today. That's lionsclub.org. And don't forget to save the date for the Lions annual Luau and Car Show, Sunday, September 1st from 12 p.m. till 10 p.m. at St. Joe's Park, 700 Theodore Street, Joliet. Car Show will run from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. in conjunction with annual community luau. $15 entry fee per vehicle. See you there.
Are you ready to make your next move in real estate? Look no further than Exit Real Estate Specialists, your innovative leader in the industry. At Exit, we're not just about transactions. We're about building relationships and fulfilling dreams. Step into a community of empathetic, well-trained professionals dedicated to your success. Our Exit Real Estate Professionals are more than just agents. They're your trusted advisors and allies in the journey of buying, selling, or investing in real estate. Whether you're selling your home or searching for your next investment, trust Exit to provide an excellent experience from start to finish. Our commitment to putting people first means you receive personalized attention and support, ensuring your real estate goals are met with success. Call us today at 815-823-5478 or visit exitrealestatespecialist.com to learn more. Exit Real Estate Specialists, exceeding your expectations every step of the way.
It's Get Real with Eddie, where everyone deserves the opportunity of home.
All right, let's talk. Have you ever had a home inspection done for the seller?
Not very often, but yes, I have.
I have too, and man, did it make the process so much easier and so much more streamlined. The seller did the home inspection, looked at the report, fixed what he thought needed to be fixed, left the report out on the table, and the buyer ended up not even doing a home inspection. Took the home inspection, and they waived their home inspection and
went to the races.
To the races. It was amazing, smooth deal. So,
well, it really is it really helps both sides of the process.
Yes. So let's look at what does an inspection do? What are they looking at, Nancy?
Well, they can't go into walls and things, but what they can look for is conditions of the roof, the exterior of the home, windows, etc., your mechanicals, heating, air conditioning, water heater, plumbing, electric. They do open a cabinet and look and make sure things are up to code. They clue you up if there's a GFI outlet that's not where it needs to be, that kind of thing, safety issues, smoke detectors, all that good stuff. They give you a really good picture of the condition of the home.
Yeah. One little bit more in depth, they are going to open up almost every single window. They test every single outlet they can see. Sometimes they may miss one behind a couch or something, but they have ground testers that they're testing all the outlets. Yes. Making sure all the windows open, tilt, everything that needs to be done on the windows.
If you have GFIs, they do make sure that the
GFIs are working.
Working.
They will take the front panel off the electrical panel.
Yes.
And they're going to check the wiring and check for what they call double taps. This is more than one overpowering, basically a circuit breaker is the basic way to think of it. To make sure there's no future electrical shortages. So yeah, the other aspect they look at is, structural concerns. They're going to look at foundational cracks. They're going to check, it's not a termite inspection, but if there's something that may show a possible termite inspection, they may recommend to have that done.
Yeah. And termites and vermin, if there's, let's say you're in the attic and there might be some signs of chewing or
squirrels, raccoons,
that kind of thing, they'll look for that.
Yeah. Yeah, because, let's be honest. How often do you go in an attic when you're showing a house?
Right. Foundation, settling, You know, like, is there a structural problem, or is it just basic settling? Is it suspicious? They'll refer you on if it is, you know, that kind of thing.
So as a seller, this gives you that report to get one step ahead of everything. Some of the projects with the best return on investment are, believe it or not, garage door replacement.
This just floors me, and it has been this way for several years now. Garage doors, you can get back so much more just by replacing your garage doors.
You know what? Having work done on your garage door is not as expensive as people think it is. It's gone up in price in the last 3 years because of, you know, inflation and everything. But it's still pretty reasonable. And it just makes the biggest impact.
Yeah.
Because it is the 90% of the front of the house.
Is your garage door.
Well, not 90, but it's 1/3.
It's at least a third.
It's about a third of your garage.
In some places, it's more like 2/3.
So
When you pull up and you see a garage door.
So you're looking at a third to 2/3 of the house is the garage door. So if you've got dents, chips, off alignment, all kinds of things, that is a third to 2/3 of your impression of your curb appeal.
Yeah. Fix it or change it out. I mean, they have some beautiful doors now. I mean, really, that really enhance the style of the house. So when you look at this, 2/3 of the house is a garage door, it looks
I like the ones with the little windows on the top because you can't see in them because they're too high unless you got like a step from outside. Most of the time you can't see.
Or they're like
them.
Smoke glass or whatever.
Yeah, and then but it allows daylight to come into the garage. So when you're coming in and you open the garage door on the inside, it doesn't look all dingy and dark and creepy.
Yeah.
And you're trying to slap the wall to find a light. It looks a little bit more inviting.
Right. Or if you like doing a lot of work in your garage and you have a nice setup, you know, mechanics kind of setup.
You got natural light.
Yeah. Or you have one of those fancier, like we do with the garage door that's got the insulation and everything on it.
Yeah.
It's an upgrade, and people like to use and work in their garages. Well, if you've got the extra insulation and stuff, then it makes it more comfortable.
It does. Entry door replacement, changing out that front door.
Huge.
There is a lot of gorgeous front doors that are just amazing.
And they're, again, expense. It's not that expensive. But wow, what a first impression. And locks. Oh my gosh, locks. Can I tell you how hard some of these houses? Fix your lock. Put a little grease in your lock, or, you know, do the soap on the key thing. Anything to get your locks and everything working.
The last thing you want is the realtor complaining on how hard it is to get the door open when you're trying to get into the house.
I broke a nail yesterday trying to get in to a house.
I have almost really not beyond broken nail. Like, I've had impressions from trying to turn a key so hard into my finger.
Oh, absolutely.
And I've had the agent going, it worked for me. Well, I don't know how.
Yeah.
So,
I make it easy for people to feel welcome and get in the house.
Vinyl siding replacement. I like to point out the top 3 are all curb appeal.
Yes, good point.
Vinyl siding replacement, 80.2% of your money is recouped.
Just clean it. That mildewy stuff that comes on there, that green stuff that grows, you can get the spray at Menards, that soapy spray stuff, and you spray it on, and then when it rains, it washes it off.
Yep. And it doesn't usually hurt the plants if you get the right one.
Right.
Yeah, you got to get the right one.
Yeah, doesn't hurt the pets, doesn't hurt the plants, but it takes that nasty off the side of your house.
Yep.
Will improve your curb appeal 1,000,000,000%.
HVAC conversion and electrification. I guess that means you're fixing your furnace, AC, and making sure your outlets and your electric is all good.
Yeah.
66.1%. I think HVAC, you're getting, if you're changing out a furnace, you're getting more than 66% back.
Oh, yeah.
I think
if you have a newer furnace?
Yeah. I think you're getting more than that back. Roof replacement for asphalt shingles, 56.9%. Again, that goes to, outdoor. That's your curb appeal, is when you pull up and you see a decent roof.
Yeah.
So I had a client that walked away from a deal because it needed a new furnace, new water heater, and a new roof. They were asking top dollar. I ran the numbers, and the price on the house was top dollar. We put in an offer, and the offer was for fix the furnace and the water heater, and we'll give you this price.
Mm-hmm.
And they turned around and they're like, well, we have multiple offers. We want highest and best. And I'm like, my client's withdrawing their offer. They just flat out withdrew it.
Yeah.
And so you can't have everything.
No, and if you know that your stuff it needs updating, or if it's kind of on its last leg,
you're competing. 1/3 of the market right now is new construction. You are competing against new construction, and they are cheaper than you in some cases. They have better incentives than you in some cases.
Yeah.
So they are going to win.
Yeah, and those buyers can get a lower interest rate
Yep.
with them in a lot of cases.
So you've got to have your property up to date. It
Yeah.
has to be move-in ready. Otherwise, you're not going to be one of these houses that is selling within 15 to 30 days. You're going to be one of the outliers that's taking 3, 4, 5 months to sell, maybe even longer.
And you're reducing your price.
Multiple times.
Yes.
Multiple times. So you've got to have the property ready to go. One problem, okay, maybe. But when you have multiple issues like that house I showed, water heater, furnace, roof.
Big mechanicals, not just one or little thing. Yeah.
And there was a personal situation. It was a divorce on the selling side. I get it. I understand it.
Yeah.
I feel for him. But that is not the buyer's problem.
No.
So-
And your problem is you need to sell the home.
Yep. All right, that wraps it up for Get Real with Eddie. Don't forget, check us out on our all-new, redesigned website, getrealwitheddie.com. I'm all happy. I finally have a site. It's not perfect, but it has the features that I wanted out there. We have the most recent video up there. You can link to our YouTube channel. There's tons of stuff, articles that we're talking about all week long. All there, getrealwitheddie.com, 365 days a year, 24/7, getrealwitheddie.com.
Thanks for listening. Eddie Ruettiger is the designated managing broker and owner of Exit Real Estate Specialists, located at 2750 Caton Farm Road, Joliet. License number 481014247. For questions, call Eddie at 815-823-5478.